Well, I am here today at SUU and so glad to be here to help commemorate the life of my dear son, Paul Petrek-Duban. Paul was enamored of the national parks. Though it wasn't really enough to sustain and save him in the end, it gave his brief life meaning until the end. The visit that he and I made to Yellowstone with Al Runte as our guide, this was memorable in the extreme because it was that sparked and fired his interest in the parks and gave him something to believe in. The pictures that he took of himself out at the Grand Canyon with the magnificent displays in the background, surely those are the pictures of him, both literal and figurative, that will remain longest in my mind. There came a point when my dear friend Alfred Runte, National Parks Authority and author, put another idea in play, almost saying, why didn't I think of this first? SUU is dedicated to the parks. It's called the University of the Parks. You should subsidize the course that he's teaching so that it can be as far-reaching and meaningful for students as can possibly be. I have since established a fund for the support of the National Parks course being given by SUU's own Ryan Paul. My hope for them is that they come away with what they will consider a lifelong experience. My greater concern is for the immediate benefit and the overall effect that this experience will provide them, and it will be rare and worthwhile. Seeing the parks by helicopter was an astounding experience. For as many airplanes as I've been on in my life, I have never once been on a helicopter. Seeing the parks with Mike and being helicoptered through the canyons with him was a breathtaking experience. And just seeing the park from overhead was something the likes of which I've never seen. It's a revivifying experience. To be in a national park is, in a sense, to find your natural roots, to be born again with an appreciation of oneself, one's surroundings, and even of this great nation. These are treasures. They're magnificent. They are to this country what the cathedrals are to Europe. They shouldn't be missed. Giving to SUU has enriched my life by advancing the appreciation of which I just spoke, number one, by being able to help commemorate the life of my son Paul, for whom the parks was everything. What would I say to people considering? I would say don't merely consider, do, and be enriched in the doing by enriching others. If I could tell my son anything, what would it be? That he's not forgotten, that he lives on. And that there's a place for him at SUU in that area of endeavor, of interest, of importance that was so important to him, and that he will not be forgotten.